Your Money or Your Life is a personal finance book written by Robin and Dominguez. The essence of the book is to help individuals take control of their finances and achieve financial independence and security by changing their relationship with money. The book presents a step-by-step program that includes tracking your spending and income, creating a budget, cutting back on expenses, increasing income, saving and investing, and living below your means. The 9 steps in the book are: 1. Track your spending and income for 1 month. This step is important because it helps you to become aware of where your money is going, and it allows you to see patterns in your spending that you might not have noticed before. To track your spending, you will need to write down every single purchase that you make, including cash withdrawals and check payments. You will also need to record all of your income, including wages, tips, and any other forms of income. You should also categorize your spending so you can see which expenses are fixed, like rent or mortgage, and which are variable, like groceries or entertainment. This will help you identify areas where you may be able to cut back on spending. Additionally, you can use an app or software to help you track your expenses and income, as long as you are consistent with the data you are inputting. By the end of the month, you will have a clear picture of your financial situation, and you will be able to move on to the next step. Step 2. Create a net worth statement. A net worth statement is a snapshot of your current financial situation that shows your assets and liabilities. The purpose of creating a net worth statement is to give you a clear picture of your financial position, which can help you set financial goals and track your progress over time. To create a net worth statement, you will need to list all of your assets, including cash, investments, property, and any other items of value. You will also need to list all of your liabilities, including mortgages, loans, credit card debt, and any other outstanding debts. Once you have a complete list of your assets and liabilities, you can calculate your net worth by subtracting your liabilities from your assets. Your net worth is a simple but powerful measure of your overall financial health. It's important to update your net worth statement at least once a year, and it's a great way to see the progress you are making and set goals for the future. By creating a net worth statement, you will be able to see where you stand financially, identify areas where you can improve, and set goals for the future. Step 3. Make a list of all your fixed expenses and variable expenses. This step allows you to separate your expenses into 2 categories: those that are necessary and consistent, fixed expenses, and those that are discretionary and can vary, variable expenses. Fixed expenses are regular, recurring expenses that you can't avoid, such as rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, and car payments. These expenses are usually the same amount each month and are essential for maintaining your standard of living. Variable expenses, on the other hand, are discretionary expenses that can change from month to month, such as groceries, entertainment, clothing, and dining out. These expenses are often less essential and can be reduced or eliminated if necessary. By separating your expenses into fixed and variable categories, you can better understand where your money is going and identify areas where you might be able to cut back on spending. It's also important to note that some expenses may be considered semi-fixed, like car insurance or phone bills, since they are necessary expenses, but you have the flexibility to change providers or plans and thus lower the cost. Knowing the difference between fixed and variable expenses will help you create a budget that balances your needs and wants, and it will make it easier to identify where you can make cuts when necessary. Step 4. Create a detailed budget. A budget is a financial plan that outlines how you will allocate your income to cover your expenses, pay off debt, and save for the future. Creating a budget is an essential step in taking control of your finances and achieving financial independence. To create a budget, you will need to start by listing all of your income sources and all of your expenses, including fixed expenses, variable expenses, and any other regular or irregular expenses you may have. You should use the list of fixed and variable expenses you made in Step 3 to help you. Once you have a complete list of your income and expenses, you can begin to allocate your income to cover your expenses. Your budget should include a plan for paying off any outstanding debt and for saving for the future. It's important to note that a budget is not a one-time task, it's a living document that should be reviewed and updated regularly. You should adjust your budget as your income or expenses change, and as you make progress towards your financial goals. A budget will help you to understand your financial situation, to prioritize your spending and to reach your financial goals. It will also help you to identify areas where you can cut back on spending and to make sure that you are saving enough money to achieve your financial goals. Step 5. Determine your hourly wage. This step is important because it helps you to understand the true value of your time and to see how much you are earning for each hour of work. To determine your hourly wage, you will need to divide your annual income by the number of hours you work each year. This includes not only the hours you spend at your primary job, but also any other work you may do, such as overtime, side hustles, or freelance work. It's important to note that you should also consider time spent on job-related activities such as commuting, working out of office, or any other activity that is required by your job but not directly paid. Once you have determined your hourly wage, you can use this information to evaluate the true cost of your expenses and to make better informed decisions about how to spend your money and your time. For example, if you earn $50,000 a year and you work 2,000 hours per year, your hourly wage is $25 per hour. This information will help you to think about how much time you are spending on low-paying or unimportant tasks and how you can use your time more efficiently in order to increase your earning potential. Knowing your hourly wage will also help you to prioritize your spending, as you'll be able to see how much time you are spending to earn the money to pay for your expenses. Step 6. Track your time and money in order to identify areas where you are wasting both. This will help you to understand how you are spending your time and how your time is related to your money. To track your time and money, you will need to keep a detailed log of how you spend your time each day and how much money you spend on each activity. This can be done using a simple notebook, an app, or a spreadsheet. You should record the time you spend on work-related activities, leisure activities, and household chores, and also include the amount of money you spend on each activity. Once you have a clear picture of how you are spending your time and money, you can start to identify areas where you might be wasting both. For example, if you are spending a lot of time and money on activities that don't bring you joy or that don't align with your values, you might want to consider cutting back or eliminating them. Additionally, you'll be able to identify patterns in your spending and time usage, which will allow you to make more informed decisions about how to allocate your resources. It's important to note that tracking your time and money is an ongoing process, and you should make it a habit to do this regularly. This will help you to stay on top of your spending, and it will make it easier to identify areas where you can make changes in the future. Step 7. Start cutting back on expenses and increasing income. This step is critical because it allows you to regain control of your finances and begin working toward your financial objectives. To start cutting back on expenses, you will need to review your budget and your spending habits, and look for areas where you can make cuts. This can include reducing or eliminating discretionary expenses, such as dining out or subscription services, as well as finding ways to lower fixed expenses, such as shopping around for cheaper insurance or negotiating better rates on bills. In addition, you should also look for ways to increase your income. This can include asking for a raise, starting a side hustle, or finding a higher-paying job. It's important to note that cutting back on expenses and increasing income are not mutually exclusive, you should be doing both simultaneously. By doing this, you will be able to free up more money to pay off debt, save for the future, and achieve your financial goals. It's also important to remember that cutting back on expenses and increasing income are not one-time tasks, it's an ongoing process, and you should be reviewing your expenses and income regularly. It's important to keep in mind that the purpose of this is not to deprive yourself of the things you enjoy, but to align your spending with your values and reach your financial goals. Step 8. Invest in yourself and your future by saving and investing a portion of your income. This can include setting up a savings account, contributing to a retirement account, or investing in stocks, bonds, or real estate. When saving, it's important to create an emergency fund that can cover your expenses for at least 3 to 6 months in case of unexpected events. When investing, you should consider your risk tolerance, time horizon, and investment goals. It's important to have a diversified portfolio and to consult a financial advisor if needed. It's also important to note that investing in yourself also includes investing in your education, skills, and personal development. This can include taking classes or workshops, reading books, or attending conferences to improve your skills and knowledge. By saving and investing a portion of your income, you will be taking steps to secure your financial future and to build wealth over time. It's also important to remember that investing is a long-term strategy, and it's important to stay patient and disciplined. Investing in yourself and your future is an important step in achieving financial independence and security. Step 9. Live below your means and enjoy the freedom that comes with financial independence. This step is the culmination of the previous steps, and is essential in achieving financial independence and security. Living below your means, spending less than you earn, and using the difference to pay off debt, save for the future, and invest in yourself and your future. It also means being mindful of your spending habits and being intentional about how you use your money. When you live this way, you will be able to save more money, invest more, and achieve your financial goals faster. This way of life will allow you to have more control over your time and your life, as you'll be able to work less, spend more time with your loved ones, travel, or pursue your passions. It's important to note that living below your means is not about deprivation, it's about being mindful of your spending and aligning it with your values and goals. Financial independence and security is not only about having a certain amount of money, but it's also about having the freedom to live your life on your own terms. By living this way, you will be able to achieve financial independence and security and enjoy the freedom that comes with it. This book is a great first step towards taking responsibility for your personal economy and a leap against financial freedom. For more ideas on financial books, we suggest watching Top Financial Books to Read. If you liked this video and want to learn more on how you can improve your financial situation, please subscribe. Money Mindset, Financial Freedom.